Alrighty, BoobTube's another one of Keeps Cleeps. If this seems half-arsed, it's because it is. I'd already done this, but I didn't turn the microphone on, which is great. So, anyway, the long and the short it was I was saying, I think it's wise to be aware of the social bubbles that can get created. The bubbles that can get created on social media, otherwise you can get sucked into a cult-like thinking. Don't question the narrative, never mind the leader. And because of the certain information that's getting funneled into that narrative, into that cult, you have you have a narrative view rather than a larger spectrum. And you start seeing things from different perspectives because you're only gobbling up information which is steering you down that particular path. Anywho, let's see if I get any more enthusiasm for this. Right, the reason I wanted to touch on this was because I'm so prepared because of this comment. Where's the far right terrorism here in the UK? Now, this is just one example of the bubble, the cult-like thinking you can get sucked into. One of the cult-like thinkings, like the government's all out there to kill us and stuff, you know? There's like the Illuminati, everything's going to kill you. There's a million and one of them. David Icke being the godfather of this fear-mongering, absolute fear-mongering, and put you in a state of fear so you're willing to fucking accept their shite. Anywho, so this guy's, where's the far right terrorism here in the UK? It gave me a tick. I was like, is this Finding Nemo? Is this a real goldfish? And I'm like, do they own Google? They obviously get access. I'm assuming most of them are fucking windy lickers. Drilling their, like, they have to have splash guards on their phone and all that, right? None of them have probably heard of a desktop, never mind a keyboard, or know how to operate it, right? But that's just my perspective. Fuck man, the world's went to shit since every windy licker fucking up and down the country can get access to one of these, man. Fucking idiots everywhere, drilling over their phones. Anyway, and saying shit like this, and not even realising how stupid it makes them sound. Sitting there with fucking Google. But they don't live in Google. They live in Appland. Well, I'm going to click on this app. I now know the truth. Oh, I've got Telegram. Oh, I know the truth. Cult narratives. And you end up saying retarded shit like this. Where's the far right terrorism here in the UK? You can tell he's been hanging around with Tommy Robinson far too fucking long, right? So, right off the top of my head, I was like, Joe Cox and that white van guy, right? Boom. That was my ticks over. And I'm like, oh, hold on. I've got the power of my fingers. I own Google. I wish I fucking owned Google, but I own a Google. Hello, Google. Hello. Google, bitch. Yo. Far right terrorism here in the UK, and boom shakalaka, you've got a million and one examples. It's just the little rabbit holes, the little cults, the little social media bubbles this guy stays down. Doesn't talk about it. No white pedos. Nothing about the fucking amount of pedos that get jailed every day. Right? They'll spin that as in like to fucking increase fear amongst people rather than like, oh here, they actually do get jailed. The cops do their job sometimes. These motherfuckers are held accountable. Then you can argue, without blaming the police, about the justice system and the punishments dished out. Different arguments, but nah, not in fucking cult-like thinking. Narratives, you're like a fucking horse in the Grand National, man, with little Tommy Robinson, the jockey. He's small enough for a jockey, but he's too wide, too fat. You got to love the people, man. You can tell small man syndrome. They're wider than they are tall. I remember there was this fucking dude, fucking in the tin pail when I was in, right? I never spoke to him or anything. I just walked by him a few times, fucking going for my dinner and shit. But he was like fucking ball hair, man. It must have been an inch half a midget, right? He was fucking teeny, right? And like you could tell he's been working out, but he hadn't been working out proper in the sense of doing an all round fucking workout. He'd been overcompensating and working on his biceps, and this guy looked like he walked like a midget as well because his body was out of proportion. Do you know what I mean? It was what a fuck. And obviously he had no cunt in his life like that. Here, mate, like half a fucking biceps to do a wee bit all rounder, man. It'll round you off instead of make you look like you're concentrating. It was a weird looking thing. But anywho, do what you want, man. Disappear down these fucking rabbit holes, these cult like. And see, how long have I been speaking about the cult like mentality that lives on the internets? You know that everybody gets sucked in because they tell you what you want to hear. Come into my parlour. Oh, we've got chemtrails. We've got werewolves. We've got UFOs and aliens. Come into my parlour. Now we're going to make you vote for UKIP and turn far right. How do you like those apples? And that's kind of the bee in my bonnet about Tommy Robinson. He's hijacked the Truther movement. The fucking, which I went into like a dumbass, ignorant motherfucker thinking it was about the truth. And then actually looking for the truth and found out the truth is it's a bunch of charlatans trying to make you fucking turn into a Christian fucking warrior to fight Islam and vote UKIP. How'd you like that's my bee and that's the bee in my bonnet about all these fucking charlatan motherfuckers. Or Charlie Reach who's just a outright grifter. Hiding behind all this flowery language like I've got the right to be a prick. Welcome to the UK, mate. You have got a right to be a prick. He'll meet his demise one time, man. There's going to be I don't know why cunts have no fucking teamed together and fucking done something about him already. I really don't. Fucking agent provocateur, poverty tourist. That's all he is, man. Freedom of speech. Anyway, freedom, dum-dums. So, be careful falling into a cult through the social media bubbles that exist. People participating all the time. Initially, there were Facebook groups, weren't they? Everybody circle jerking. Fucking loving it. Then that turned into the Truther movement on the boob tubes and all that, and all the communities that get built. And then the far right came along and went, hey, here's a wee pre-made community, a bunch of sceptical cunts that believe fuck all. Let's tell them how bad the world is and how we're going to save it, and we can scoop up all these disillusioned motherfuckers and get them to vote UKIP and other right-wing parties to move the pendulum of the UK politics to fucking one particular way. That's the way I see it, y'all. So, thank fuck, microphone is on. First, never as good as the second time round, but anyway. Hopefully you get that. And again, it's like, do what the fuck you want. Just be aware of the internet, how powerful the internet is. So powerful it could tell you the TV was lying to you, but yet the internet's just full of David Icke's telling you the truth. Alright, you boob tubes, get it, got it, good. Get cheese. You get some cheese, man. And remember, citizens, always subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. And $19.95 plus shipping and handling will keep you out of hell.